Software development is the most dynamic and in-demand fields in today's tech-driven world. From mobile apps to cloud computing, software developers are responsible for creating and improving digital tools that shape our daily lives. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, employment of software developers is projected to grow 22% from 2019 to 2029, much faster than the average for all the occupations. According to Glassdoor, the average base pay of a software developer in the United States is $113,000 per year. The demand for skilled software developers is at all-time high, and many people are looking for the quickest and most effective path to enter this exciting and rapidly evolving field. In this video session, we'll explore some of the steps that individuals can take to become a software developer in the shortest amount of time possible. So hey everyone, welcome back to another video by Simplilearn. In this video session, we will have a look at the fastest way to become a software developer. We'll start by learning different roles in software development. Then, we will understand about choosing the path from those roles. Following that, we will cover topics like practicing in your chosen area, networking and collaborating, internships, and many more topics like that. Also, so which of the following is a popular front-end framework for developing responsive web applications? Option A is Django, option B is Angular, option C is Laravel, option D is Flask. Please let us know your answers in the comment section below. Software development is a broad term. In software development, there are various types of software developers. So let's start with our first topic, which is different roles in software development. Software development is a complex process that involves multiple roles and responsibilities. Each role plays a vital part in developing and advertising software projects. There are different types of software development, each with its own unique characteristics and requirements. Some of these are front-end developer, back-end developer, full-stack developer, software engineer, DevOps engineer, test engineer, data scientist and security engineer, and cloud engineer also. Now let's first understand each one of these roles in software development. A front-end developer is a software developer who specializes in creating the user-facing portion of a website or application. In other words, they focus on the client side of web development, which involves designing and implementing the visual and interactive elements that users see and interact with. Front-end developers work closely with designers, user experience experts, and back-end developers to create seamless user interfaces that are intuitive and easy to use. They use a variety of technologies and programming languages such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript to build the visual components of web applications. They also use frameworks and libraries such as React, Angular, and Vue.js to streamline the development process. Now the next role is backend developer. A backend developer is a software engineer who specializes in the development of the server side of web applications. They are responsible for the designing, building, and maintaining the behind-the-scenes functionality of websites, databases, and servers. The backend developer's primary role is to ensure that the data and the logic of the applications are structured and stored properly. They work on building APIs, that is application programming interfaces, which enable communication between the front end and the back end of the application. This requires a deep understanding of programming languages such as Java, Python, Ruby, or PHP, as well as web frameworks like Node.js, Flask, or Ruby on Rails. Third is full stack developer. A full stack developer is a professional who has the expertise in both front-end and back-end development. In other words, a full stack developer is someone who is capable of handling all the layers of the web application, including the presentation layer, business logic layer, and the data storage layer. The role of a full stack developer can vary depending on the size and the complexity of the project. In a smaller project, a full stack developer may be responsible for everything from designing the user interface to developing the server-side code and managing the database. Some of the key responsibilities of a full stack developer include designing and developing the user interface of a web application using technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, implementing server-side logic using languages such as Java, Python, and PHP. Some of the key responsibilities of a full stack developer include designing and developing the user interface of a web application using technologies such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, implementing server-side logic using languages such as Java, Python, or PHP, and managing the databases using technologies such as MySQL or MongoDB. The fourth role is software engineer. A software engineer is a professional who designs, develops, and maintains software applications. This can include everything from operations systems and mobile apps to web-based applications and enterprise software solutions. Software engineers use a range of programming languages, tools, and frameworks to develop software that meets the needs of businesses and end users. The roles of a software engineer can vary depending on the industry, company, and project. Some of the key responsibilities of a software engineer include analyzing user requirements, designing software solutions, writing and testing code, debugging and troubleshooting issues, and maintaining software documentation. The next role is DevOps engineer. A DevOps engineer is a professional who is responsible for developing and maintaining the software development pipeline, which includes the process of continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment. DevOps engineers work at the intersection of development and operations with the goal of improving the speed, quality, and readability of software releases. Some of the key responsibilities of a DevOps engineer include designing and implementing automated build, test, and deployment processes, managing the infrastructure and configurations of development, test, and production environments, monitoring and analyzing system performance, and collaborating with other developers, testers, and stakeholders to improve the software development pipeline. Coming to the next role, which is the test engineer. A test engineer, also known as quality assurance engineer, is a professional who is responsible for ensuring the software applications are reliable, functional, and meet the requirements of the business end users. Test engineers work throughout the software development lifecycle, from requirements gathering to deployment, and are responsible for designing and executing test plans, identifying defects, and working with developers to resolve issues. Some of the key responsibilities of a test engineer include analyzing user requirements, design and executing test plans, developing automated test scripts, identifying and documenting defects, and collaborating with developers to troubleshoot issues and improve software quality. A data scientist is a professional who uses their skills in mathematics, statistics, computer science, and domain expertise to analyze large and complex data sets to extract insights and make data-driven decisions. They work with both structured and unstructured data, including text, images, and videos, and use various analytical tools and programming languages such as Python, R, and SQL to manipulate, clean, and analyze data. The roles of a data scientist can vary depending on the industry and organization they work for. But generally, they are responsible for identifying relevant data sources, collecting and processing large data sets, building predictive models and algorithms. Now the next is security engineer. A security engineer is a professional who is responsible for designing, implementing, and maintaining secure software and systems to protect organizations against cyber threats. Security engineers work to ensure that software applications and systems are secure, reliable, and meet regulatory compliance requirements. Some of the key responsibilities of a security engineer include analyzing security risk, designing and implementing security solutions, monitoring and analyzing security logs and events, performing vulnerability assessments and penetration testing, and collaborating with other developers. And the last one on the list is cloud engineer. A cloud engineer is a professional who is responsible for designing, implementing, and maintaining cloud-based infrastructure and services. Cloud engineers work with cloud computing technologies to ensure that organizations can leverage the benefits of the cloud, such as scalability, cost-effectiveness, and flexibility. Cloud engineers need to have a good understanding of cloud computing principles, tools, and practices such as virtualization and cloud service providers such as Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. Their responsibilities include designing and implementing cloud architecture, provisioning and managing cloud resources, monitoring and optimizing cloud infrastructure and services, and ensuring the security and compliance of cloud-based applications in data. Moving to the next topic, which is choosing the path. Before deciding to become a software developer, it is essential to understand the role and responsibilities of a software developer. A software developer is responsible for designing, coding, testing, and maintaining software applications. They work closely with clients, project managers, and other team members to develop software solutions that meet specific business requirements. The first step is developing a strategy for becoming a software developer is to determine what type of software development you want to specialize in. There are many different areas of specialization within software development, including front-end development, back-end development, mobile development, game development, and more. Each area requires a different skill set, so it's important to choose the one that best aligns with your interest and strengths. Now here we will take 3 examples: full stack developer, Python developer, cloud engineer. So if you want to become a full stack developer, then it requires a combination of technical skills and personal qualities. To start, it is essential to have a strong foundation in programming concepts and languages such as HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and at least one backend language like Python, Ruby or PHP. You should also be proficient in using database management systems. In addition to technical skills, a full stack developer should be familiar with various front-end frameworks such as React or Angular and backend frameworks like Django or Ruby on Rails. Now let's talk about Python developer. As a Python developer, it is essential to have a strong understanding of the language syntax, data structures and object-oriented programming concepts. Familiarity with the standard library and commonly used third-party libraries such as NumPy, Pandas and Flask is also important. To prepare for a career as a Python developer, it's recommended to start by learning the basics of Python through online courses or textbooks. Practice writing small programs to reinforce your understanding of the language and its concepts. As you gain more experience, challenge yourselves to tackle more complex problems and projects. Now comes the third example, cloud engineer. To become a cloud engineer, you need a range of technical skills and knowledge of cloud computing technologies. Firstly, you need to have a solid understanding of the core cloud computing concepts such as virtualization, software-defined networking, and cloud service models such as infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. You should also be proficient in one or more cloud computing platforms such as Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, or Google Cloud Platform. In addition to cloud-specific skills, cloud engineers should also have a strong foundation in computer networking, including TCP/IP, DNS, VPN, and load balancing. So these were just examples of all the skills required to become a developer in the respective fields. Now coming to the next step, which is start practicing in your chosen area. Becoming a software developer takes time, effort, and dedication. But here are some tips to get started practicing in your chosen area. So once you have chosen the path, then you should start with learning the basics of the language, including syntax, data types, control structures, and functions. There are many resources available online, including tutorials, videos, and online courses. Second is join online communities. You can join the online communities of developers in your chosen language such as GitHub or Stack Overflow. Participate in discussions, ask questions, and learn from other developers. Third is work on open source project. Working on open source project is a great way to practice coding and learn from other developers. There are many open source projects available online and you can contribute code, documentations, or testing. And then comes building a portfolio. As you gain experience, build a portfolio of your projects. This can include code samples, websites, and mobile apps. Having a portfolio can help you showcase your skills to potential employers. So these were some of the tips to get started with the journey of becoming a software developer. The next is networking and collaborating. Networking and collaborating are two essential aspects that can greatly benefit individuals who are preparing to become a software developer. Networking is important because it allows aspiring developers to connect with industry professionals, learn from their experiences, and build relationships that can lead to future job opportunities or collaborations. Through networking events, conferences, and online communities, aspiring developers can meet like-minded individuals who share the passion for technology and software development. Collaborating with others is also crucial for aspiring developers as it can help them gain exposure to different programming languages, tools, and techniques. Working on projects with other developers can provide opportunities to learn from more experienced colleagues and to share knowledge with others. Overall, networking and collaborating are important for aspiring software developers as they can provide opportunities to build relationships, learn from others, and stay up to date with the latest industry trends. The next step is seeking an internship. The internship is important for individuals who are preparing for a career in software development as it provides them with practical hands-on experience in the field. During an internship, individuals have the opportunity to work alongside experienced professionals in the industry, observe their work and techniques, and receive guidance and mentorship from them. This can help interns develop their technical skills and gain insights into the industry standards and best practices. Now comes the best part, which is shifting towards employment. After mastering the fundamentals, you could start working at a company with a lower salary and adapt to a software culture and workflow. From there, you can gradually progress into a job that requires expertise in a specific area by dedicating time to further learning for a year or two. For shifting towards employment, you should keep an eye out for any open positions at the company where you interned. Apply for any roles that align with your skills and interest. Transitioning to full-time employment as a software developer requires a combination of communication, networking, skill building, and persistence. By taking these steps, individuals can position themselves for success in the software development industry. So if you're aiming to get certified in postgraduate program in full stack web development and want to build a full stack web development career, in that case, you can check Simplilearn's postgraduate program in full stack web development, which will open the doors for the best career opportunities. To find the details of Simplilearn's postgraduate program in full stack web development, check the link in the description box below. It could be the ideal solution to help you build your career in the right direction. And with that, we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope it really helped you all. If you have any doubts regarding this video, you can put them in the comment section below. Feel free to let us know if we missed out on something. Thanks for watching and keep learning.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.